That's fine.
You know,
just cut out all them extra words.
That's fine. I'm just the only one.
All
up
the
here,
words
dude.
that do need. Yeah, that's my bit, and you wrote it down, and that you're gonna be the only one to be able to figure it out.
Well, I didn't even think about that. All right, so
That per dumb.
this should be pretty live now.
Yeah, we live.
We should be right in the thick of things.
This is the middle of a podcast. It's gonna be a short one today, boys.
We're about halfway through.
About halfway through. It's been a minute and a half, boys.
All right, so
Officially, this is what 12. Dude, these have been. But I feel like we're busting these out.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels good. I don't know if you guys are as excited as we are about how. I don't know why I'm looking out like into a crowd. Did you see where my eyes just went? My eyes were just
I like the sign that lady's holding. I appreciate you, love.
Just looking out. But I feel like we've been like busting shit out recently, and it feels really good.
Yeah, a lot of people want to come on, so we have a lot of guests to get to.
Yeah.
But we'll probably space those out a little bit unless it's like time constrenuous, because I do believe that's a word,
That's
right?
not a word.
Constrenuous?
Constrenuous?
Like, because you have a constraint, right? Because, like,
I don't think that's
time constraints?
Yeah, time constraints.
For sure, you're wrong.
Constraint's a word.
Yes.
Constrenuous?
Yeah, because it's like... You're just breathing in. You're like, oh, let me prove this motherfucker wrong again. Constrenuous, as in, like, use it in
Is constrenuous a word? Is King Street? What is the word? That's what Siri just heard.
Okay, you can't do that. You gotta.
Is constrenuous a word? No. I'm gonna have to just Google.
Here's what I found online. Your friend's dumb. Constrenuous.
I know.
Just do the.
I got it.
Do the mic into the thing. Like, say it into the thing, because it's gonna spell it better than you're gonna be able to write it.
Constrenuous, a word.
I don't know how to spell it, so don't ask me that.
I know
how to use it in a sentence because I just did. Okay.
Well, it doesn't have any.
Hold on. What do you tell me now? I just invented a word?
Yeah, apparently, because it doesn't have any fucking predictive text or whatever. It pulls up is continuous.
So you're telling me I'm breaking new grounds?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, because you're fucking this up, so I'm gonna look it up.
Go ahead. You do that.
Is constrenuous a word? Dude, what the hell's wrong with this thing? It says.
Did you get King of the Street as well?
No, it says, can we contain in the U.S.?
What?
Like, whatever. So I created a new word, so. You guys can use that freely.
Time continuum.
Use it however you see fit. But yeah, a lot of people want to come on. We want to get a lot of friends, local people on. You know, reach out
from out of town that are hopefully gonna be in town.
Yeah, we have an exciting guest this summer.
Yeah,
your buddy.
I'm super excited. Michael Smiley, the homeboy.
Homeboy, a wizard when it comes to guitar. Bro.
Oh, bro, I know, dude. Within the last couple years, he's like been murdering. It's so cool. It's so like I knew he was a big music guy in high school and stuff.
Yeah.
But I guess with just like the extra time he's had where he's been stationed, he's just like...
Where's he at right now?
I don't know where he's at right now, but I know he was over in Hawaii for a while.
That's what I thought.
And then I think somebody told me he was going to Pennsylvania or something. I think.
I just saw him, like, footage. I don't know if it was old or new, but it was footage of him in like a gazebo or a cabin.
He was with his dad.
That's his dad that he said that joke?
The white hair.
That's such a funny joke, dude.
Dude, I know. His dad's hilarious, too. His dad's because we graduated the same year of high school together, and he had, like, a graduation party. We went over there, and, I mean, we were all drinking and hanging out and shit, and his dad was, like, hammered, dude. It was so much fun just, like, bullshitting with his dad, because his dad was in the military, too. His dad was in the Navy as well. So, he's kind of like that hard-ass, like... old school dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so much fun.
Yeah, he seems like a good soul, dude. Like,
oh yeah, one of the most high quality people.
Dude, it'd be sick if he just, for shits and giggles, just released music out so we could listen to it as we're like just.
Oh yeah.
Like how we listen to podcasts, we'll be listening to it while we're doing things, because his stuff has such a rhythm, such a calming
like flow to it.
Yeah, like even. I think the stuff that he comes up with or the stuff that he fiddles around with is, like, good for anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I'll listen to it as I'm doing something, and I'm like,
It's
dope,
like
bro.
the massage of music.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's like the most calming style.
Dude,
of
that'd be
music.
cool. You never think of, because, I mean, I've never personally went and got a professional massage,
Me
but
neither.
don't they play, like, elevator type music? Like, stuff that's, like, similar to
I
that
think
vibe?
it's like string music, like very chilled string music, like harps and
Like
shit.
what's now becoming really popular in rap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
like,
they're using it in a different way.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they play a lot of that.
Dude, it'd be sick if he got on with, like, see, I don't even know what your goals are when you're
Massage
like,
envy.
yeah.
he pulled up with massage envy.
Or you go to like a local Planet Fitness and their massaging chairs have the speakers and it's like,
and it's just Michael Smiley. Dude.
like, I don't even know what your goals are there. Like, I know.
As a massage therapist or?
No. Like, I don't even know what you consider him. Like a freelance guitarist?
Yeah, I guess.
Or a freelance jazz?
I think he's doing it more
like,
for fun than anything. I don't think like.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure whether that's something that he would like to like record.
Yeah.
And put out. But for my like, he's always been the guy that's like always had hobbies like just on the side that he loves doing. And I think that's kind of
somebody that's just overall good at everything.
He's so good. He's like he's really good at a lot of shit. But
sounds like we have a man crush.
yeah, I mean, I love Smiley. Smiley, I love you. I know you're probably listening, so.
I love you by association. Yeah. I love you by just watching you from afar.
Love you by association.
Yeah, dude. Like.
Yeah, so hopefully, June period, he should be in town.
Yeah, I reached out to him and I was like, dude, I'm real excited to have you on, and he seemed pretty stoked to be.
Yeah, dude. He's a super cool dude. So that should be fun. We do have a lot of other people. Like I just ran into Brandon Thompson, who's also an MMA fighter around here.
Yeah.
He said he was looking forward to coming on. So there's a couple other people that we still gotta have Jimbo on.
On, trying to have SD on soon.
We gotta have Dallas on again. Muhammad. Yeah, we got all kinds of people. So super excited.
Are we allowed to call Muhammad, or does he? I don't know when you're an artist, when you're an artist like that.
Yeah.
When is it? Which one?
Yeah. Do you think he gets upset when if somebody calls him Muhammad?
Yeah, like Logic. His real name I think is Bobby.
Yeah.
What are you doing there? Like, which one we calling you? Do I refer to you? Like, are you insulted when I call you Logic? Are you insulted when I call you Bobby?
I think it's different when you actually know the person.
Like Machine Gun Kelly. Mr. Machine Gun? Colson? Kelly? What do we do?
What you want?
G-Easy. What do we call you? Gerald? Or do you want us to call you G?
Gerald.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yeah. Like Drake. Do we call you Aubrey? There's so many people.
That's his real name?
Aubrey Graham.
Drake's real name is Aubrey
Drake's
Graham?
real name is Aubrey Graham.
Fuck, that's a terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. Aubrey is cool for... Like, his son. Have you seen his son?
The stripper baby one?
Wow, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think he only has one.
Okay.
Unless he's keeping them all locked up.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
His son's name? Adidon?
Oh, damn. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I do not know it, though. It is very close to that.
I'm pretty sure it is Adidon.
Adidon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't put me on, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and be like, what's Drake's baby's name?
Dude?
Yeah. Do you want to...
Apparently you know his real name, so must know his son.
I know Drake's real name because I'm a hot boy for Drake. But I'm saying, like, his...
Speaking of hot boys, Bobby Shmurda.
He's out. Ooh. Out and about.
Out.
Now, do you think he links up with 6ix9ine?
I don't think so.
Or 6ix9ine tainted to the streets?
Adonis.
Yeah, I was like, Adidon sounds like you're trying to pronounce something. Adidon hippopotamus.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of the Pusha T song.
Came
out, Story of Adidon. That makes sense. Adonis.
Are you sure it wasn't a story of Adonis? I remember the whole beef back and forth, but I can't remember the name of his song.
Yeah, it was the Story of Adidon. And then there was
I'm gonna need you to fact check that right now.
Okay. Because he was supposed to have...
Isn't the cover the picture of...
Drake and Blackface.
Yeah.
But,
which is weird, because, like, how do you even do that?
The Story of Adidon. It was,
But, no. How do you even do Drake and Blackface? Drake Black.
I don't know.
Drake and Blackerface?
Drake and the blackest face.
Do you think that Pusha T thought the baby's name was Addie Dawn like you did?
No, because...
Somebody just punched him right in the stomach.
Dude. A little sore. No.
Picking up a heavy story right now.
Yeah. Drake was going to release, I guess before news came out of his son Adonis.
Yeah.
He was dropping a Adidas line called Addie Dawn, and it was for his son.
Okay.
But it never went through, I guess, or something.
So he blew up the spot.
It had something to do with a shoe collection that he was dropping.
That's wild.
And Pusha found out about it, and that's why
he goes, "Say no more."
He said,
"Fam."
Oh yeah. Oh really? He said, "Who now?" Oh,
dude.
okay.
Also, why like that picture? Why would Drake do blackface? I don't get it.
He's light skinned, bro.
That's like you doing whiteface. We white, bro.
That's also the blackest face I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's
like.
That's like 1919 blackface. Like, you know, when they would do literally black face.
Yeah, that's what that is. He looked like that was weird.
It almost
what was that from?
Fuck. You know that rock and roll band that did like
Kiss?
No, it was like a newer age. I want to not Avenged Sevenfold, but there was like a might have not even been rock and roll. It might have been My Chemical Romance, where they did their whole face black and then their eyes white like a skeleton almost.
Yeah.
It looks similar to that. I wonder if who fucking knows what that was for.
I'm pretty sure that was for the TV show.
Really?
I think so. That's what I was about
Degrassi?
I thought so, dude. But dude, you know what'd be funny is if Drake got in trouble for doing blackface.
He goes, "Guys."
He's like, "Come on, what?" That'd be so funny.
I think people think of people like, this is going to go on a weird run, so I might lose you again here, but when I think of Drake, I think, yes, he is a black man.
Yeah.
But when I think of Drake and him being from Canada, for some reason, feels less
white.
Black.
Oh, yeah, white for sure.
Yeah. I don't know why that is.
It's weird that being from a place...
Also, doesn't help that some of his music is very emotional. Yeah. Like, he's like, "Yo, I told Tina don't become a true no more."
Yeah.
And it's like... What? I don't know, dude. But his last EP, Scary Hours 2?
Oh, dude, I know. I've listened to it a couple times.
Every time I hear the Lemon Pepper freestyle, I think of you.
Why?
When he talks about the actual lemon pepper, he's like, "You gotta know somebody to get these."
Oh, yeah.
Like when it's like towards the end of his verse, I think of you making me wings at my old place. And I was like, "You gotta know somebody to get these."
Yeah, they ain't just selling these wings.
Yeah, I assume y'all aren't just making wings like that.
No. We make wings every once in a while, but...
Yeah, but it's probably
like that.
Not
I don't
hot
make them.
sauce.
I don't make them.
Yeah, it's probably like...
We make Mongolian wings at work.
What are they?
Mongolian wings.
Like what kind of... What is that like?
We have this... Well, maybe I shouldn't say this. No, fuck it.
Well, I was just asking like what the flavor is even like. I don't know what Mongolian tastes.
Spicy.
Okay.
It's like... Yeah. It's like soy syrup. It's like soy sauce and sugar. And then like sesame oil and chili flakes and sriracha tossed.
Damn, dude.
Pretty damn
Hopefully
good.
Plankton from SpongeBob ain't listening because you giving the recipe away.
I ain't giving no amounts away. Okay? It's a very secret
You're like,
amount.
it's a whole bag of sugar?
It's like Big Mac sauce. Everybody kind of knows what's in Big Mac sauce, but it's the amounts that nobody can get right. You know?
Big Mac sauce, yeah.
Was
that called special sauce? Or what was the original term for that?
Mac?
No, because it's like they made out a rhyme with it. It's like, you never heard the Big Mac rhyme?
What?
I hate to keep playing audio on here, but if you a listener, look up the Big Mac rhyme. This dude goes and raps his...
I wish I had my computer.
Yeah, dude, we're going to get this set up.
I know.
This is the beginning stages of this podcast, bro.
I know.
We're going to have a TV.
Professional right now.
Yeah.
But it's about to get fucking real.
And when he says professional, he means we look Jerry Springer professional. We look like we're about to be like, "And you thought that was a girl." Yeah. Bobby?
Come on now.
No, dude, there's a Big Mac freestyle song. This dude goes to a drive-thru.
Is that off Scary Hours 2?
No, that's Scary Hours 3.
Oh, word. Oh,
It was huge.
Yeah. It's like
I love that. Big Mac.
no seeds on a bun.
That's about it. Dude, that's crazy. I totally forgot about E-Bomb's World. That was like YouTube before YouTube. But it was also a little more R-rated type stuff sometimes. Really? Yeah. They'd show like dead bodies and people get murdered and the Pain Olympics and shit like that.
Oh, fuck that, dude. Dude, did I ever show you that video of this is gonna sound real fucked up. Just a heads up.
Turn away in 3, 2, 1.
No, the video of a dude jumping off of a bridge into the water and hitting the pylon.
Dude, I hate that you just brought this back up because yes, you have showed me that video. Yes,
that
and that shit was
split.
You're not understanding what Hilton's saying right now. You're not getting it. You're really not getting it.
Until you watch the video, you're not gonna understand.
He looked like he was sliced in half like a piece of pizza, like
literally. But it wasn't just sliced. It was like sliced, but also smashed in.
You know what it honestly looked like? You know the vine animal things that come from Mario and come up and they just go dead even open? Yeah. That's how his head went. It looked dead even open.
Like it was just kind of falling.
Like a book.
It was falling out.
Dude, it was like a book because
it was a book. And then you put it back to
the
person
God.
Who grabbed both
dude,
sides
the doctors.
and put both of the halves back together. And you were like, oh, that's a person's face. And then they moved their hands and it just fell apart again.
Wild, bro.
The gnarliest thing I've
Seriously thought it was fake.
Saw that when I was like 11.
Yeah.
Ruined my life. Still think about it now.
I mean, you showed me maybe 2 years ago or something. Yeah. I want to say it was on one of our
fight nights or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like maybe it was a Tyson Fury fight at Twin Peaks. Maybe, I don't know.
I can't remember.
But we're all together and dude.
Yeah, that's a
listen.
That is a fucked up video.
We're like prepping for combat jiu-jitsu coming up in a few weeks. And we're doing like jiu-jitsu with strikes right now. Yeah. So we're doing like live strikes and training. Yeah. Inside of my mouth is shredded from being, grinded against my teeth, just cuts and everything. So much pain. Like I was crying last night eating pizza. Like the sauce and stuff getting in the cuts. Can you imagine your face?
You'd be dead.
No, like, can you imagine like the after effects? Like after it's been put back together and all that shit.
Well, you'd be dead.
The next... Yeah, but didn't he survive?
No. His brain was gone.
Yeah, but I thought the whole point you showed me... I thought the point of the video was you showed me that he survived.
No, the point was that they tried to revive him.
So you showed me a video of a dead man?
No. Did you not
No,
see
there is
that?
No. It for sure was a dead man.
But did you see, though, that there was a tube down his throat?
Yeah.
Like, they tried to bring him back to life. And I was like, there's no brain. There's not even a brain in his head anymore. How are you going to survive? How are you going to live? You going to live?
I don't know, dude.
Not live.
And also, it didn't look like it was from here, so I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they put a pig brain in him or something.
Yeah, that definitely works.
You watch Seinfeld?
No.
Okay, well,
I've seen some of it.
One of the episodes, Kramer's trying to visit somebody in the hospital, and he's on the wrong floor. And he walks into...
That'll throw you through a loop.
Yeah, he's like on the wrong floor, and it's like schizophrenic people walking around, and like he's like this dude is walking out in like the gown, like a butt ass naked in a gown, and he's like, where'd you come from? And then Kramer's like, what? And he's like, where's the elevator? And he's like, it's over there. And then later on in the episode, the dude jumps from the top of the hospital. God. But anyways, like Kramer ends up in this room, and he thinks he's in the right room. He opens the room up, he looks inside, and he's like, oh hey. And he's like, what the fuck? It was a pig man.
Okay.
Bro, that might have been the hospital that guy went to.
I can tell you that's not it.
I don't know. We don't know, dude.
Can I be honest with you? There's only a couple things.
I wish that's all you were with me.
That's pretty much all I am with you, man.
Okay.
There's a couple things. There's like a few things that really scare me. And... mental illness like that, like schizophrenia and shit like that, scares the living shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, Shutter Island, the movie.
Talking about the lady with no hair? Or well,
That
like 4
lady.
pieces of hair?
4 strands of hair. And the
She looked like the real life
eyeballs,
Homer.
Biggest eyeballs I've ever seen in my life.
She goes.
Yeah, dude. That, oh my God. Some of the stories about, like, that's why I respect people that can work in that field.
You know, it's funny because the other day we're in the kitchen and you told me you were watching Shutter Island and you got too scared.
I had to turn it off.
Because you was about to go to bed.
I had to turn it off.
So you turn on a stand-up special, you're like, this has got to turn my mood around.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Yeah, there's no way.
I'm like, but it's a movie, though.
Oh, I know. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, no, yeah, I know.
No,
but
I know. It still
can't
fucks my
sleep.
head up, though.
Don't get me started on me trying to watch the whole Cecil Hotel thing alone.
No. Oh, I know.
Okay, so the other day I'm trying to watch it alone. Nobody's in the house.
This is the... Oh, okay.
The 4-part series that just came out like 3 weeks ago now?
Not Night Stalker.
No.
Okay.
Damn,
It
it was Night Stalker. It was Night Stalker.
I came home and you were...
Regardless,
Yeah.
scary documentary because
Yeah.
the shit's real, not a movie.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the room.
Shutter Island's pretty real, man. That's
I mean,
a documentary.
I'm sure.
It's a documentary.
I'm sure there's...
Do you really think... Okay, question.
Yeah, what's up?
Real quick before we get into your thing. Do you think he was actually a patient there?
Yeah.
Think so?
100%. I think that was all in his head, bro.
I think he was actually...
Oh, you mean originally, like from the get-go, do I think he was a patient the whole time?
Yeah.
No.
So you think he was actually a marshal?
One point.
And then they made him go crazy.
Yes.
That's what I think, too.
I think, did you ever watch The Shining? No. Jack Nicholson in a hotel?
Yeah, in a hotel.
It's so similar of a play on that, but it's like extra folds to the story.
Yeah, it's way
So he goes
too
insane there, but it's like in Shutter Island, he goes there, they make him insane, and then he keeps reliving it.
Yeah.
So
can't snap out of it.
It's like kind of linear ideas.
It's
or
on the same wavelength, but on a different level.
Yeah, it's like a newer age. I wouldn't say better because I think The Shining's the greatest movie of all time, but
all time?
Of all time.
Really?
Of all time, yes.
Wow.
But I'm obviously a fan of Stephen King, and I love how Jack Nicholson played that part.
True.
I love just how eerie everything was, the little subtle details to like, there's a lot of conspiracy theories with that and NASA, which I'm not going to get into today, but look into that.
That's its own hour podcast right
now. Oh, yeah, there's like people that go on and on and on about it. Like how the numbers of the doors match certain things in NASA's.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy shit, but just for its time frame, I love the way it was filmed. But
okay, what was your story? Till the night.
Oh yeah, I was home alone, I don't know, like a month or so ago now.
Yeah. Now
that I'm remembering which documentary it was. And I thought Hylton was not coming home that night. You know, I wasn't thinking about it, and like I had already put Ginger out and she was back in the house. Like everything's set up to go to bed. And it's all
the top lock wasn't on though.
No, top lock was not on yet. So I get all my bed shit ready and I'm watching Night Stalker episode 1 and I'm like 45 minutes deep. And I hear creaking in the house or whatnot and I'm like, it's probably just Ginger walking around or chewing on a bone or something. You know, and then I have to look out the window, you know, I don't know.
Didn't Callie get up too?
Well, Callie always does weird things. Like, she'll just be chilling and then she'll be like, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, that used to really
touched you.
Yeah, that used to really get me. Or what gets me now is like when we're dead quiet in the house and she'll just be like right at the door. And I'm like, I didn't hear anything, dude. What are you doing?
What did you hear? Yeah.
Because now you're making me think I can't hear.
Yeah.
Now we got a bigger issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I peek out the window and I'm like, I can't see your car. Like, if you're here or not, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All I see is my car, but I'm hearing shit going on in the house now. More than creaking, like, no like, voices or anything, but I'm hearing, like, things move around. Then I'm like, Ginger's really getting into some shit, or I need to put my clothes back on and go find out. And I turned the documentary off, and I turned something else on, but I'm like, at this point, I'm standing on my bed. I'm not sitting on the bed anymore because I'm trying to get a look over my car to see if I can see your car, and I still can't see your car because it's so dark. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I feel like an intruder's in the house. So I'm like covering up. I'm like putting shorts on and a shirt. And then I come out and you're just fucking vibing in the kitchen with Ginger, back door wide open, and you're just like chilling, but you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like threw me. I was like, what the fuck, man? My heart was racing. I thought like some shit was about to go down.
Yeah.
I was like, for sure, motherfucker's alive again. And he's in the house.
Oh, yeah. He in here. How'd he get to Pensacola?
Dude, and the whole time from the moment that I was like, oh, Hylton's not here? Because in my head, I had figured out you were not here.
Yeah. You're like, I swear his car's not out
From
there.
the point I figured out you weren't here to the point that I figured out you were here, I was running through all the reasons why we were a good target.
Oh, no.
In my head, dude, I was like, half the time one of us is alone in the house.
Yeah.
Easy target.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go that far. If
Also,
there's somebody in a house, I don't think people are just hopping up in there.
Well,
Unless you got a crazy motherfucker.
Somebody was.
Yeah. I mean, people do that.
And also, don't know why it didn't dawn on me, he dead.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, oh, he's back. They played this because he's making a debut on Earth again.
Yeah, he's doing it again.
Yeah, he's
That's
like,
why they put the documentary
he's like, the king is back, motherfucker. You can't see me. Yeah, dude, that like,
shit.
So I get that whole like scared, like I'm not scared of the dark, but I'm scared of the dark and ominous voice or noises at the same time.
Yeah.
I can do an ominous noise in broad daylight and be
and come up with a logical explanation of what
maybe
it is.
not. Maybe not.
Okay, hold on now.
I don't know if I told this on here, but when I attempted to work from home for like one summer.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yeah. So I would do a lot of cold calls to companies to do like safety services for them.
Hey, motherfucker, y'all safe?
Y'all out there being all right?
Yeah.
All right,
y'all wearing helmets and shit.
You keep on keeping on now. But so I'm home, and I would do I'd run through my calls like 15 to 30 calls a day. And in your meantime, you're like making meals and like, you know, taking lunch break or whatnot you're doing. So I like start.
Lunch break was 6 hours today. That's crazy.
That's a big lunch.
That's a long lunch.
That's wild how this thing was scheduled.
Damn. Day's flown by.
And we're big comedy fans. So, you know, I listen to Chris D'Elia's podcast. So on his podcast, he's like ripping apart this video that made him scared, just like this situation we're talking about. Yeah. And he's like, this Nuke's top 10 or top 5 or whatever the video was at the time. I know it's Nuke's top 5 as the channel.
Yeah.
But I think the one he watched was like a top 10 one. And I was like, the voice on the guy, because he was ripping apart, like he was making fun of it. He's like, the voice on the guy makes it way worse. So I was like, let me check some of these videos out. So I checked out the exact...
all of them.
Every single video. He has like 300 something videos on YouTube. Nuke's top 5, check it out. Like,
hey, long lunch break.
Lunch break. 300 10-minute episodes.
I was about to say, they're like 10, 12 minutes.
I don't know what that equates to in time. Not real good with time.
Lots of it.
Yeah, lots of time.
Lots of time.
But, and he doesn't take himself too serious. It's like footage he finds online. And he compiles it and watches it with you and like kind of talks over it. And he's like, what do you think?
Yeah.
So it's like not like him being like ghosts or aliens or whatever
He's
are
just
real.
putting it out there so people
He's just like, check this shit out. Yeah. Pretty wild.
Pretty crazy.
My brain also thought shit was pretty wild. Yeah. Because I'm alone at home during the day. The daylight. Talking about the sun's out.
Yeah.
Not like even dark at all. We're talking noon.
High
noon, bro.
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. Okay. Couldn't be brighter.
It's ever gonna get.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm seeing everything in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, and the spare bathroom in the apartment, the way it's set up is, it's a spare bathroom, and then the hallway wall is immediately right there as you come out. But don't know why we thought it was a good idea to put a mirror there. I'm on one of the cold calls. I had just watched one of the videos, and I was like,
Okay.
Let me get back to work. This is scaring the shit out of me.
I'm clocking back in.
Right? So I just get done peeing, washing my hands, and I pick up my phone and I'm calling somebody. It might have actually been my boss at the time. But I can't remember if it was a boss or a client. But I'm backing out on the phone and something doesn't feel right. In my body, my hair's rising. And I'm like, oh no. It's like one of those scared fits you get.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no.
You like start sweating for some reason. Like
it
the back
almost,
of your neck.
like, you know how they say you can feel somebody seeing you or watching you or eyes on you or
That's
whatever?
Weird.
I was like, somebody's seeing me right now. So instead of backing out all the way.
Naked in the middle of the spare bathroom. Somebody's looking at my ass.
So I walk back into the bathroom and the lights are off just to, like, I'm going to catch the person. I keep the lights off and I open the shower curtain. Nobody's in there. But I was like, whew, I almost caught him.
Where is he at?
I turn around, and as I turn around, I catch eyes with the mirror, and I see somebody, and that somebody's me. But I went, ah! Scared the Audibly? Yeah, dude, a good thing the neighbor wasn't there, because the neighbor really hated us and always, like, complained about noises and shit. Audibly was like, ah! And I had to be my boss, because I remember the person asking me what happened. And I was like, I tripped. I'm sorry.
I just seen myself. He said, Kodie, are you okay?
And I'm like, I'm going to have to call you back.
Yeah. Just peed a little. Might have just peed. Dude, that shit's scary. I remember watching one of those videos that was like, it was like a dude. It was two dudes in like an abandoned mental hospital or something, or mansion or something.
Already, you could film for 3 hours, have no footage. That's scary to watch.
Yeah.
During daylight, vines are inside. That's what you're hearing wind blow.
So it was at night though. It was the middle of the night. Which first off, bro, why?
Now would I do it? Yeah, I do it.
Fuck that. Hell no.
I'm gonna be fucked up for a year after.
Catching me within 5 miles of an abandoned mental institution at night, dude.
Okay, just
first off, wouldn't go in there in daylight. Wouldn't even go into daylight. Why do I gotta go? Why do I need to go in there? What am I gonna find in there? Nothing. Not gonna need nothing. Don't need any of it.
It's crazy how one word can change the whole vibe. Abandoned.
Yeah.
Why?
Wouldn't go to a non-abandoned one. Wouldn't go to one that's still being used.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we talking about this.
Mental institutions. Period. I'm not going to them.
You're okay. We have to find out that your mom's in one, and you're like, well, I loved you.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
We're gonna divvy your shit up. So.
Yeah. No. But it was like middle of the night. These guys go in and they go into like, I guess the like dining hall or something.
So it's a massive room, is what you're saying.
Huge.
Massive. Okay.
And they.
Do you know where this is? Because they do this a lot in England.
No fucking clue. It might have been somewhere over there. But it's two guys and they both have flashlights and they're recording on their phones, or maybe it's a camera. And they go in the door. The door's open. Walk through the doorway, and
I thought you were saying the doors open by themselves. I was like,
no.
Turn around.
No.
You gotta turn around.
First off, don't be in there. First off, why are you there?
We're sponsored by Don't Go In There.
Yeah.
If you have a thought of maybe you shouldn't go in there, don't
do it.
Don't do it.
I don't understand people. Fucking don't do it. This is the craziest
pretty simple,
shit.
Guys.
This is the craziest shit to me. The people that do this, you're insane. You belong in a mental hospital. One that's being used. Okay?
I was like, they're there.
Yeah. So they walk into this gigantic room. There's vines and shit. You can kind of see, like, shit growing and everything. And they kind of turn the camera, and there's, like, a figure, and there's a light. And then they
Is the light already on the figure?
No, the figure's, like, holding the light. Yeah, it's like a person holding a light. Like a flashlight, almost. And they hear it speak, like say something, and they're like, fuck this, and run out. And that, I'm getting chills right now thinking about it, because it's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
You know how to find that video?
You're like, do I want to?
Look, I can show you a video of a guy's head split in half and he dies.
I can find that video.
But I cannot find that scary video again.
I will not watch that video again, because it ruined my month, dude. Like,
when was this?
This was probably...
You're like 1 hour ago. It's ruined my entire month so far.
This was last week. No, this was probably a year year and a half ago.
You're like, this is
Something
what
like that.
happened that started COVID. This moment.
Dude, seriously. And it was like a top 10 video like that. And it was like the 9th one.
You're like, I
Did
can't
I
even
watch
finish.
the rest of them? No.
Yeah.
Of course not.
You're
I was like,
like,
it's
I'm
going to
good
be
here.
more people in abandoned. No. I'm done. I'm good. Dude, fuck that. Don't go.
Yeah.
Don't go. Oh my God. Stay home. Stay home.
You know what you sound like? You sound like somebody that's like with the way the world is, there's so many pro movements. You're like pro stay home.
Pro, don't go there.
Like
That's what I
you
am.
like are like picketing outside with signs
outside.
and like, don't go into
Don't go to abandoned
insane
mental
asylums
hospitals.
and shit.
Yeah. Dude.
Ghosts are real. Leave them alone.
They don't want you there. Yeah. Fuck. Just don't go.
Now what is the fear? Is it
just being in that place?
okay? But my question is: are you afraid you're gonna find a human? Are you afraid you're gonna find a ghost, an alien?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't
It's
wanna
just
find
the
out.
fear of not knowing.
Don't want to find out. I'm good, dude. I'm okay.
You know what's funny?
I'm good.
This exact feeling is how all kids grow up thinking other kids have cooties. We're like, no, it's cool. I don't need to find out.
Definitely not. Okay. Definitely for sure not. Okay. I've watched Cooties. It's not a good movie.
Oh my God, I totally forgot you.
But it's
Rowboat.
It's the sometimes say the wrong rowboat. No, it's the I don't know. I guess it's the not knowing. I don't know what it is, but
This
it
is
just,
seriously affecting you. You're playing with your
dude,
titties.
it's
You're
so,
like,
it gives me
you're
chills.
like, I'm saying like,
Dude,
I'm
it's
not
like the
comfortable,
worst-
doctor.
It's the worst thing ever.
You're like-
it's like I don't get it. I don't know what to do with my hands.
you start sitting on your hands. You're like, I can't
I
move,
don't know what to
Doc.
do, man.
I'm scared.
It's like just don't go, man. Don't.
Yeah. Dude, this play. Look, I'm gonna tell you a story from my childhood. We had a lot of abandoned.
Trailers.
Weirdly enough, in this trailer park, we had 2 abandoned houses.
Don't go. Stay out. Stay out of them. They're abandoned. Why you need to go in there?
Okay, so one was a brick abandoned house that was never fully finished being built. So it's all like cinder block.
Cinder,
whatever.
Yep.
Cinder receiver, whatever.
Okay.
All of it was block. It wasn't. I don't know what you have to do to make like a cinder block house paintable, but it wasn't primed. It wasn't painted. Nothing. It was literally just gray cinder block. 2-story. They had the second story already like semi-built, so there was like runners, and some of the floors had been put in, and then it was abandoned. What I assume we probably found it like 10 years after it was abandoned.
Okay.
Because it looked pretty new for it to be abandoned, but not like new enough. Like there was shit grown in it.
Right.
Nothing scary happened there. But anytime you were ever there, you didn't feel right being there. Because like people have already been there and wrote shit on the walls and stuff. Yeah.
Don't feel right being there? Leave.
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Now, I would go there alone sometimes just to get the feeling.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No. Fuck you. Get out of my house.
And then we have the other house that was in the neighborhood, which was down Grant Street, which is where I tackled his sister. That whole story was like the yard we were in was next to this house.
Okay.
So this house, maybe like we got into that neighborhood in 93 or 94. I think 93. So the house probably burned down because it was a burned down house. That's what we called it, the burned down house. It probably burned down in 93, maybe like right before we got there. Mm-hmm. So it'd been burned down the whole time we knew it.
Yeah.
And over time, like for some reason it was burned down, but it was still a house. It was still there. Like structurally it was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell it was slowly breaking down over time. And by the time I got out of the neighborhood, the top of the house was at the bottom. Like it was like flattened. So like, but it was still, it just looked like the triangle of the house or the truss or whatever it's called sat flat. So it just looked like it ate the house.
Yeah.
Like perfectly flat. Yeah. But like while we were kids, it was still pretty built, put together. But the story of the house is what's so weird. a lot of houses burned down in that neighborhood. I don't know why, but there was a story that there was a family in the house. So it was like a wife, a husband, and I want to say like all I remember is one little girl, but I thought there was more. But they all burned down and died in the house.
Word.
Nobody knows how the fire started.
Good.
It was like everything was still there. The fridges were still there.
Yeah, you know what you do?
Get out.
Don't go.
Okay. But we would go in there and play in it, and it was fun because it was like we didn't know the story. Now, when we found out the story and we were more aware of like, at the time we found out.
Open the fridge and there's just a skeleton in there. You're like, it's fine.
No, what was creepy though is like we would go in there and we would find like shoes and shit. And I was like, after we found out what happened, I was like, dude, we found their shoes.
Yeah, they wore those.
Wild, dude. Mm-hmm. Wild.
Yeah, fuck that.
But at the time we found out like what actually happened there is about the time like I'm finding out werewolves are real.
All of it.
I'm finding out all these scary things are real. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know.
They are.
No. They're not real.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, werewolves, there is an animal called a werewolf.
Twilight? The documentary series?
You say
there's like 4.
You said documentary series?
Yeah. Based on real events.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
Real.
What?
The Hobbit. All documentaries.
Name me some more documentaries so I know what level we're on here.
Twilight, Harry Potter.
You say documentary?
Documentary.
Okay.
Shrek. Documentary.
Documentary.
Yep.
You understand that's in 3D or cartoon or whatever animation?
3D. Real.
But it's 3Ds.
3 of them.
3 of them.
Yeah, documentary. Let's think. What else? National Treasure. Documentary. Top Gun. Documentary. The Shining is a documentary. It. Documentary.
Have you ever seen a movie that was not a documentary? You never seen a fake movie?
Bambi. Bambi's a...
What gave it away? The unrealistic plot?
Yeah.
A deer shot in the woods?
That shit never happens.
Why would that happen?
Who would ever do that?
Who's shooting random deer in the woods?
Who would ever fucking do that?
You're like, there's a deer, let me shoot him.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Word.
I think that's about the only real... I'm trying to think.
You seen Rugrats, a movie?
No. Is it a documentary?
I'll leave that up to interpretation.
Yeah, you name me some movies, man. I'll tell you if they're documentary or not.
Okay, Beverly Hills Cop.
Documentary.
Yep. Jerry Springer, the movie.
Don't know what that is, but I'm guessing documentary.
Okay. Rich Times.
Don't even know what you're going for.
I meant Fast Times at Richmond High.
Don't know what that is.
No? Okay.
Breakfast Club. Documentary.
Carts of Darkness.
Documentary.
Yes. Actually, it's a documentary.
They're all documentaries. That's what I've been saying. Snow White.
Can you tell me what a documentary is?
It's based on true events.
Okay, we're going to leave that. I'm going to leave that one alone for you.
All right. So
what'd you do this week, dude?
Dude, I started a new position at Global last week. On Thursday last week.
Word.
So I've been trying to get settled in there and like.
What is that now?
So I went from like prep and flat top, which is the middle area.
So flat top for like non-chef people, that's like literally just a flat hot.
You know, like you go to Hibachi.
Yeah, or like the Waffle House big.
The griddle.
Yeah. So yeah, for some reason, and maybe this is just like an outsider. When I think griddle, I think of like Yeah, I don't think of flat.
Yeah, like a grill pan.
Yeah, when you say griddle, I'm like, hell yeah, grill lines.
Yeah,
and you're like griddle.
Yeah,
duh. Well, not LL.
Cool day.
Some of the things that go on in your head. Just what's going on up there, dude? I feel like your brain is how ginger looks. Your brain's like,
dude, one of my favorite things.
say something. Cool J.
Fill in the space. Fill in the space.
Your brain is like that guy that got the insect put in him in Men in Black, and he's like,
another documentary, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, no. He's just trying to figure out how to act like a real human.
Yeah, he's like,
figured it out yet. No, my favorite thing is just like when somebody says some shit like that, or like a song title, or something in a song. I just like to sing the rest of the song just to fuck them up, you know. But so yeah, I went from flat top, which is in the middle of grill and sauté. Sauté is all like all the pans.
Yeah.
Right? So anything you like, any vegetable kind of stuff. I mean, we're doing specials and shit that are sauté, but which is like the most. I'd say lively part of the kitchen. There's always shit to do there.
What I don't know. Maybe this is another outsider point of view, but when I imagine sauté, I imagine you're in fire, bro. I'm talking like there in my head. I'm thinking there's a fire in front of you, and you got the pan, and there's shit flying in the air, and like you're on the edge of like
destruction,
life,
yeah,
bro.
You're about to kill somebody.
People are watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even the chef doing the heavy shit, like the meats and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa, look at him go. You're just like you're going half like hands over, and you're just like got your foot up, and dude, you got another one going, stirring some shit.
It gets dark real quick over there. I'm not gonna lie. We had like this past weekend. We had shout out Theo Vaughn. We had we had an artichoke special, which was like whole artichokes, and then we did a lump crab meat with white wine beurre blanc on top, like tossed in it, and topped on top of it. But I had like 2 pots of big ass water that I'm doing pasta, and then one for artichokes.
Also, pasta in itself is an art. Yeah. I don't know how you guys cook that shit to perfection.
We for service, we pre-cook a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do like per serving and put it in the hot water, like the boiling water.
Yeah.
And just reheat everything once I've made the sauce and add it.
But still, we were fucking around with the hot noodles.
Oh yeah.
It's just once the way the noodle was cooked. Yeah. And I know that's really not the point.
It's not anything, actually.
Yeah.
But I have 10 eyes.
I'm your audience right now.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan. You're like, I did nothing but heat up some water. This guy's loving me.
Water. But I have 10 eyes over there. So I've got 2 pots.
Damn.
I've got 2 pots on 2 of them, and then I have 8 other ones that throughout Friday and Saturday night all pretty much had a pan on them.
If you guys were cooking, like, obviously.
That's what we do.
Yeah, obviously you're cooking, but I'm saying, like, if y'all were getting it,
mm-hmm.
How many dishes are you doing an hour? If you're doing like, I'm not talking I'm not talking plates? Top speed. I'm just like, if y'all are really going like
including plates and shit.
Yeah, like.
Oh, dude, I don't even know.
Wouldn't have an idea.
No, I have no clue. It'd be hundreds and hundreds.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because
in an hour.
Every tapas that we send out is on its own plate. So tables will order 3 or 4 tapas, or more. Depending on how many people are there. Like a two people will order 4 or 5 tapas. Like, because they're all small plate, they're like appetizers, right?
Tapas is appetizer?
Basically.
For some reason, I thought tapas was a food.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just like all small portion type stuff. That way everybody can taste.
Okay.
So, that table might have a New Orleans shrimp, a Brussels sprout, a medallion, one of the specials. Those are all on separate plates. And then you have to think about all the shit that we use to make those. That's like 3 saute pans right there.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, there's a lot of shit.
Damn.
So, I mean, it's a lot. And that's not including fry food and grill stuff, you know? So it's like, there's a lot going on. But this past Friday and Saturday night with that special going on, I've got like 6 or 7 pans going at one time. I've got 2 pans up top that are filled with either lump crab meat or sauces for pasta. I'm cooking other shit, you know, so it's like there was a lot of shit going on this past weekend.
Now is it like dumb to ask this because I was a head cook or chef. I assume you call it a cook when it's not talent. Like a chef is somebody that's got talent.
Yeah.
A cook is not.
Yeah.
Or what I'm saying, it's not. I was doing wings at a wing place.
Yeah, that would be cook for sure.
Yeah, I was a cook.
Yeah.
But I was only cooking the kitchen almost all the time. But we would have timers. Is that a thing in real? Yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
It's like
I have a timer for my oven stuff.
Yeah.
Because I have an oven that I put like.
But that's different because you can't always see. Like I assume some
you're
ovens.
You're not checking your oven every 30
Yeah,
seconds.
you open it, you're losing heat.
And when you're getting fucking wrecked, you forget about shit.
Yeah.
I've got 9 other things that I've got to saute right now, and I've got 4 things in the oven. Not gonna remember those 4 things. Sorry. My arm hair's getting burned off. I'm getting yelled at. Not gonna remember it. So I have a timer for like potato crusted fish, our gooey cakes, which is a dessert, savory cakes, which is a tapas, and then like I put bread in, like little slices of bread for one of the other tapas that I just toast for like a minute or 2. So I'll set timers for those. That way I don't burn shit in the oven. But yeah, like fry timers and shit like that, like at my other job, they have like a timer on top of the hood, basically, which I'm sure you guys probably had, where you click whichever one you're doing.
No. Yeah, ours wasn't like that. Ours was the little like Taylor, I think is the brand.
Yeah.
It's Taylor magnetic.
With the little red like triangle on the A or whatever.
We had like 6 of them, and they're magnetic, so you would time it and then set it wherever that food was.
Yeah. See, they have them like at Twin Peaks, they have them on top of the hood. So you drop like 12 wings or whatever, you click the wing timer, and that it automatically starts it. And that way you know, okay, that one is for that.
Yeah.
So you can do like different, like, you know, fries have this timer and different shit. But yeah, we don't use like, Fry Guy doesn't use a timer or anything like that. I mean, grill and flat top don't really need them, but yeah. So it's been a learning experience. I've worked that station. I used to work it every Thursday, but
now it's now
it's now it's like my station. So it's
my man.
So yeah, it's been a learning experience, but I'm glad I'm doing it, you know, because I've been in like hectic situations whenever it's busy, because I'll do grills some nights too. So I've been in like the shits before, but this is kind of an all new.
And I'm sure
the
before
shits
you've
on
had
sauté are shits, dude.
Yeah,
they're like a whole different level of weeds than anything I've experienced.
I mean, I feel you, dude. I've sauteed things alone in the house before, and I've been in the shits. And I'm not even in the shits. I'm cooking for me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're like, oh shit.
I'm like,
my eggs are almost done and my bread's not even toasted.
I'm like, this ain't gonna come out on time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I gonna tell him?
Yeah.
I'm
you
like,
said all together? Fuck.
So I'm eating part of it cold and I'm eating part of it hot. Yeah, dude, that's wild.
Yeah.
So in like the grand scheme of things, because I always like to put it in these terms so I better understand it. Jiu-jitsu is like white, blue, purple, brown, black. Mm-hmm. Where is like sauté in there? So like if you had to break it into 5, like doesn't know anything, is aware of some things. It's kind of
hard to say. Like I think that varies person to person.
Maybe even kitchen to kitchen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that has a
also
lot to do
size.
with it.
I assume a kitchen probably.
Yeah, I mean that. I think.
But I feel like your position in your kitchen, because I was just in there not too long ago.
Yeah.
Seems like you're more important than you would be in like a bigger kitchen. In a bigger kitchen, there's probably more of these people doing this. So it's like probably more reliant on you individually.
There's only one person they can yell at, and it's you.
Yeah.
So better get that shit straight.
Also, there's only one person they can like praise for it being so good.
Right. That's the cool thing about it. It's like when
it's
you're
like a team sport, but you're individually can be successful.
It's all a team.
Yeah.
But each position has to do their own shit, right? Which is a weird layout because there's not really many other in a sports sense or anything like that. It's kind of hard to think of. I mean, I guess you could think of like football. Everybody's got their own position, but it's all under a team, right? So everybody's got to do their own shit for it to work. But I think with the whole belt thing, I think it's more education. Like, I wouldn't say sauté is like black belt. right?
Yeah.
Even though I've worked all the other positions, that is, I think, one of the harder positions in the kitchen. I think either grill or saute are the two toughest spots in there. And some nights grill is much harder, and some nights saute is much harder. It just depends.
Well, I meant like not like level of difficulty. I meant like in the journey of becoming a chef. Like, how far is this into that? How many more steps are ahead of you that you have to master or at least experience for a little bit before you can be like, if I'm asked, I can run anything in here.
I can run any of the stations in there now.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it.
I can do any. I mean, like the only station I haven't had too much stuff on is Fry, but I fried next door at Urban, and I fried at Global like multiple nights.
Fry seems like a everyman thing.
I mean,
maybe I'm misunderstanding. You're not talking about deep frying? You're talking about something
No, deep frying.
Okay, so like it's a timer time thing.
At most restaurants, that's what it is. But at Global, there's a lot more that goes into it. It's like we're doing...
So you're pretty damn good. You're being a little humble.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
It's hard to, like, for me, it's hard to, like, toot my own horn like
Dude,
that.
it's also wild because it's like, how many of the listeners are ever going to taste your actual food?
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're going to Global or know you personally.
Yeah.
But your boy can cook.
Yeah.
Like...
Grilled cheese?
Murder. Deep fry some wings? Murder.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Hylton can really cook. Yeah. Like, he's being humble, but motherfucker can throw down.
Yeah.
Some of the steak you made with Anthony, like, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. And I've been trying to make steak all of 2020, and I got pretty good at what I thought was good.
Yeah.
Dude, it felt like you didn't even try, and I was just like, what was I doing for a whole year?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
This is what it's supposed to taste like? No, man. I mean, like I said, I think I ran every station in that kitchen on a Friday or Saturday night by myself. You know? Yeah. So it's like I can do that. But so I mean, I think this is a really important part for the journey because I need it. I need to like learn how to cope with the getting anxious and getting in the weeds and, you know, pulling myself together and shit like that. So I
assume it's got to be like in jiu-jitsu, what I can closely relate it to is like when you first start, you're anxious before you even get on the mat. Mm. You get on the mat, like for open rolls or something, your first roll is always going to be pretty bad, or your worst, I would say, till you get that first wind past you. And then you get in a groove and you get flowing. I assume, since I'm not in the kitchen, there's got to be similar feelings there, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of this, I mean...
And when you get in that groove, you're so happy. You're on it. You're like, dude, I'm glad I'm here. Yeah. I'm glad I'm doing this.
Yeah, and then when you fuck something up...
And then you're like, cool, I shouldn't have got caught in that armbar. And you're like, shouldn't have burned them mushrooms.
Yeah. It's like, I should have... When I had the time, I should have pre-did this. That way I didn't have to do it in the middle of the shits, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of thought that goes into it, which is, like, now, I haven't been drinking a lot recently.
Yeah.
First off, because I've been trying to
work out. Which is also weird. I haven't either. I haven't had a drink on any of our podcasts in, like, weeks.
I had 2 drinks last night at O'Reilly's, and I came home, and I don't feel like how I've been feeling.
Yeah.
Because I went out and had and I usually would go out and have like 8 or 9 drinks. Yeah. And for me to feel this way, right? Like I'm not like hungover, obviously, but I just don't feel.
You feel like something.
I feel draggy. Yeah. Right. I don't feel like excited to do shit, which I've been trying to work out and shit like that. Which I've been cutting back on drinking and like trying to, you know, be a little bit more responsible about that. But my thinking about like going out and partying and getting up the next morning and feeling like absolute dog shit because it fucks with your head. Yeah. Then your mind's all out of whack.
Dude, this is so funny. A 22-year-old telling a 30-year-old like this can ruin your next day. I mean, I don't drink like that. Like if I drink, I'm gonna have a that much. Yeah. You know, like I don't even know what a drink.
Yeah, it's like 2 ounces.
Yeah, 2 ounces of liquor maybe. Yeah. No, and I feel fine. I don't ever feel like shit the next day, but I'm also not drinking, and in the moment, I don't even feel the drink.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm drinking for taste.
I go out, and that's what I've been doing recently. Yeah. You know, But even then, sometimes I'll just
You're
be
getting
like,
old
shit.
so fast.
Dude.
You're growing up before my eyes.
35, dude. God. But no, so now I think about like going out and partying and having to come in and do that the next day, where it's like, oh, I have to be on the top of my game in my head, right? Because it's like you're planning out the next 30 minutes of cooking.
Yeah.
You have to be on top of it. Okay, I've got to saute this, so whenever this comes up, it's ready. I've got to do this before this comes up, you know. So it's like you're constantly planning out all your shit. And if I wasn't in the right mind to do that,
Yeah.
I'd be fucked.
Dude, it's so crazy. A kitchen, again, an outsider point of view, but a kitchen looks so much like what I imagine a symphony to be like, because you got to hope that people before you that prepped everything that you needed.
Yeah.
You got to hope that everything's to date. Like, I don't know if there's somebody that goes through all the date stuff. You got to hope that everything's done so that all you got to worry about is your shit you got to worry about. But then I assume sometimes things get burned and then there wasn't enough stuff prepped and then now you got to prep it in the moment.
Yeah.
And then some stuff maybe you can't prep in the moment because it's got to sit first. You know, like...
There's a lot of stuff that, like, the prep cooks do that is like that.
They're unsung heroes in a weird way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, obviously you know because you've done the groundwork of coming. Yeah.
And each station does their own prep. So when you get there, you do all your... Like, I heat up all the sauces when I get there. I cut bacon, I cut onion, you know, like, all this kind of stuff that my station needs. But, like, the sauces and stuff, they make either that day or the day before that I'm running out of. But it's, like, also on you, because if you don't tell them, yo, I'm killing this sauce, I need this shit tomorrow. If you don't tell them in time, you're fucking yourself, pretty much, you know? So it's weird how people rely on each other, but it all works. It usually all works, you know?
It's like listening to you. Like, obviously, I live with you and I've known you for a while, but like listening to you and to know somebody that's in like a different type of customer service realm just makes me reiterate the feeling of like people need to be fucking nice. Like, yeah, I get that like you had a long day at work and you ordered food and maybe it wasn't done the way you wanted it to, but do you understand what they're doing back there?
Yeah.
Like, I get that you think you're the center of your world.
Yeah.
We all feel that way at some point. Like, we'll all get, like, road rage and be like, I was supposed to be in that position, and you cut me off.
Yeah.
Like, and we are justified in certain moments, but, like, dude.
Yeah. It's fucking rough, dude.
Yeah, be fucking nice. Some people suck, but, like, you do not have to suck.
Dude. Fucking no, and it's weird.
More people need to be able to have conversations with places they go to a lot. Like, if more people talk to you one-on-one, I bet you they'd be nicer to you.
Well, it's not me. I don't.
When I say you, I mean like.
Yeah, we don't have people come back to the kitchen and be like, "This shit sucks," and like throw it.
Throws that shit.
Yeah, we don't have that. I mean, they need to be nicer to the front of house staff because they're the ones who get the front of house is the communication between the kitchen and the people up front. Now, if you have a bad front of house staff, that's more on them. Now, we have a good front of house staff. Don't get me wrong.
You're like, but you just like cut into somebody real hard.
No, I mean, there's definitely things that can be changed, whatever, that need to get better. But one thing that Global is really good at is the communication between front of house and back of house, right? So it's like, and I get that a lot of people that come there are spending a lot of money. Like, you're coming to Global Grow, you're going to spend a good, like, $100, $200, you know, if you're going to sit there and ball out for a little bit.
Ball out.
And I get that people want their food the way that it's, you know, advertised or whatever. So it's like, I get that, and I understand, like, when I go to a restaurant and I will never send something back, first off. And I will never complain to the front of house because I know front of house has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That's what people need to understand. It's like your server is not cooking your food, bro. So don't lose your shit on them because it came out wrong. Like, they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay? And also, don't praise your server because the food's amazing because they also had nothing to do with it. The praise goes to the people in the back that are working their dick off.
Now, in your opinion, what could they do to praise the cook? Like, other than saying, like, dude, tell the cook this was great? Because do they always go tell the cook the shit was great? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Never. That would mean a lot. Yeah. If you have people come back and be like, oh, they wanted me to tell you guys this was awesome. that doesn't
Would it be
happen a
like
lot.
out of like, I don't even know, like, would it be inappropriate? Like, if I was eating at Global, would it be inappropriate to me be like, can I go back there and
No, you can do
say
that.
hey to the chef? Like,
Yeah,
thank you
can
so
do that.
much. The meal was amazing.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, a lot. I love when people come back there and do that, because that means that they like care enough to come back, be in an uncomfortable position that they've never been in, and say thank you,
Yeah.
which is awesome. That's like the biggest praise that you can get.
Next
right?
time, I'm going to come back there and be like, here's $1 for your troubles. Pop $1 right in your pocket and be like, my man.
Keep that one, big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, who let him back here?
Get this fucking asshole out of here. No, man, it's kind of hard to say like what people can do, because it's like you're tipping the front of house, you're tipping your server and stuff like that. And a lot of places do like tip outs for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right?
They'll
So,
like equally.
Like the servers will each put in $5 or whatever, and that goes to the kitchen. And which is a good way, I think, to thank, we get paid hourly, right? Which is good. Compared to the servers, a lot better, right?
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
bro, them servers are, I mean, fucking burying us when it comes to money.
Yeah, which is wild because that's all they see.
Yeah.
So based off of what you're giving,
Exactly.
they're banking on.
Yeah.
Which is a weird, like...
Yeah.
That'd be like a painter paints this dope picture.
Yeah.
But the person that's like...
That
painting, I'm standing in front of this painting, that's the one I'm standing in front of.
Mm-hmm.
And then they give that guy money. And then you give that guy money, a very little amount.
Yeah, very tiny amount.
Yeah,
You're
like here's $12.50 for your painting,
it's
bud.
the curator the money of the like whatever, but the artist only gets like $2 of it.
Yeah, that's so wild, dude.
It's weird, man. The kitchens are weird, and I think that's why people love and hate them, or the restaurant industry, I guess, is weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But earlier this week, you also went and fished. I have a question about this. Like,
Okay.
do you guys on this boat? I don't know if you're fishing with the people you work with or with buddies.
This was not on my chef's boat. This was on my buddy's boat.
Okay, so question on your chef's boat, and then we can go to your buddy's story.
Word.
On your chef boat, are you fishing for personal or for the restaurant?
Personal.
Personal?
Yeah, it's personal.
Do you guys ever fish for a meal, or would you not be able to fish enough, like on the size boat you guys have, or what?
No, we could definitely do it, but in order to do that, you have to have a specific license. You have to have a commercial license, basically, where you sell it to the restaurant. So a while ago, Frank did have a commercial license, so he could, whenever we did go out and catch like a shit ton of fish, we could sell it to the restaurant and use the fish that we caught. But it's very it's a very expensive license and stuff that you have to buy, and so it's a lot of stuff to go through. And recently, like the past 3 years, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, Frank kind of died off on the fishing as much. The past year and a half, we've like gone way back up, and we've been fishing a lot more, which has been cool.
See, it seems like you would
future.
It seems like you would literally only be living to necessitate the restaurant then. Fishing for the food you're about to go to work to cook.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
morning to night, because you don't typically fish in the middle of the day, right? Like you typically go out early, then you fish to the middle of the day. You're not going out in the middle of the day, right?
No, it depends on what you're fishing for. But
Really?
Yeah. Like Kodie fishing, we'll leave the dock at like 9 a.m.
What did you leave the other day at like 4 a.m. for?
That was trigger fishing.
Okay.
That was the opening day of trigger season, and we were planning on going out because that style of fishing is deep water stuff.
But the weather was
Not so hot. Also, sketchiest boat ever.
Was it small?
Well, it's not that it's small. It's that the engine was almost falling off.
You're like, we had ropes tied that bed, John.
I'm talking duct tape, son.
Really?
We had no. We
Okay.
had.
I was like, maybe not go out on that boat.
We had one of my homies who works at Will's Marine come down and check the boat out because he's been doing some work on like the carburetors and stuff. My homie's got a 19-foot Cape Horn. It's a 93 Cape Horn, and he's got, I can't remember what year the engine is, but it's a Mercury 200.
The boat was made in 1993.
Yeah.
How old? Like, is an old boat? Like when is it? Should you just be like, maybe we need a new boat?
That's what he just did.
Oh, 93 is like.
Well, no, it's not that the hull was bad. The hull's fine. I mean, it was the motor that was the issue.
You said the hull?
The hull. The boat.
Hull? Like
hull.
H-A-U-L?
H-U-L-L.
Oh.
But the hull's not bad. It's just that the engine on the back of it is not so hot. So we had a dude come out, my homie Tyler, come out, and he's been like cleaning the carbs and stuff because it's a 2-stroke. It's like an old fucking engine.
Yeah.
Clean the carbs and like do all kinds of shit and ran it and tested it, and he was like, can't remember exactly what part it is, but the lower unit, like you've got the cowling up top, right, which holds the actual engine, and then you have like the arm that goes down, and the propeller's on the bottom, right?
It's kind of like the axle or something of the boat, like that transfers the power,
something like that,
to the propeller,
something
right?
like that. But there's a piece of metal that connects the lower arm to the top. Yeah. Where it connects to the actual boat.
Losing a lot of listeners right now.
I'm just saying. So there's a piece of metal that it hooks into the engine, right?
Yeah.
There's 2 bolts that run into the bottom.
And make
of the
it go
engine.
fast.
Yeah. It makes it not fall off.
Yeah.
And though one of those bolts is rusted out.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And the other one not.
It's almost like C-clamps. No. In a weird way, it clamps it to the boat.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, kind of. But so one of them is completely rusted out, and the other one is on its way. And before we went out, he was like, "Hey, I wouldn't back up." And he was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't back up." He's like, "That other rusty ass bolt, that thing's going to snap if you back up." And we were like, "We're supposed to go 10 miles offshore today. Don't know if that's gonna happen."
What would happen? Like if you're stuck 10 miles offshore, do you just call somebody?
Call Cito, bro.
Okay, you're stuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you ain't going nowhere.
I hate to ask because it sounds like an idiot.
The engine will fall off, and we were like, yeah. So
it's like when people go, "I'm not playing."
Yeah, 100%. He was like, "Yeah, y'all have fun now," and we were like, "Why you say it like that? That's weird." But yeah, so we ended up. First off, couldn't see shit. It was so foggy. Couldn't see 20 feet in front of us. I had no idea where we were until I saw the pass. Like.
The pass is like when you're out in...
Yeah, the pass is like getting to the Gulf of Mexico. So, I had no idea where we were until we got there. And then I started putting it together, like where we were at. And I was like, okay, now I got it. Because we launched at a place I'd never launched before. So I was confused on where we were in the scheme of things. So
that is always so wild, too. Like, I've been in, like, Heron Bay.
Hebron.
That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Huron Bay. And I've been, like, I grew up in that general area, like, my entire life. But when we're on the boat and we're out in the water, I'm like, where the fuck are we
What is that?
Like, how did people, like, hundreds of years figure out, like, that's Florida right there?
Yeah.
Or, like, I guess hundreds of years they were in Europe. But, like, how'd they figure out, like,
it's
where the fuck they're at based off looking on...
It's fucking scary.
Yeah.
But... So yeah, we got to the pass. It like I said, couldn't see 20 feet in front of us. We started to head out the pass. I was like, this is probably not a good idea. We can't go in reverse first off. So probably shouldn't go out anyway. Probably shouldn't go out anyway. Yeah. And then we can't see anything. And we got a storm over here that looks real fun. And so we start going through the pass, which I'm like not excited about. Out of nowhere, there's like 4 and 5 foot rollers, which is like pretty tall waves in a 19-foot boat.
Yeah.
Not super fun. And my homie's like, this doesn't look so hot. And I'm like, yeah, it didn't look hot 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So we turn around and we start fishing the pass or whatever. Rain happens. Everybody gets soaking wet. It's cold rain, too. Still not warm outside.
Yeah.
Not warm outside. So it's like freezing rain.
It's like bringing in the season because we're still like kind of in Florida's winter.
We're like in the middle of like it changing.
That's which is funny because this is just like how Florida is. It'll be super cold one day and then super hot and then
80 degrees the next day.
Snow.
But fucking yeah. So we ended up just puddling around and fishing the pass and like Fort Pickens and shit and not catching shit. But
so what would happen if you guys did get like 10 miles out, boat engine falls off? Is it like I know you said Ceto, but is it like literally out of the realm of possibility to like row it back?
100%.
So like if you couldn't get Ceto, no phones, no whatever, no CBs,
I'm calling
no
Coast Guard. Like, I mean,
no. I mean like what if you lost
we're
everything?
fucking out there. There's no way to get back. There's literally no way to get back. If the engine
You
falls
couldn't
off that boat,
row the whole boat back? I don't know how big the
rows.
boat is. You said
19 feet.
19 feet.
The thing weighs like,
So it's like twice the length of
thousands
my
of
car,
pounds.
or almost twice the length.
yeah. It's like thousands of pounds.
So you're not moving.
No. We're drifting with whatever current.
You're like, not only are we not moving,
We're moving the wrong way.
we're moving the wrong way,
Yeah.
my guy.
So we're getting most likely pushed out depending on where the tide's going. So it's like,
So it's now who we eating first.
I mean,
Or are y'all just going to fish for the rest of your life? Because you're out there.
yeah.
What happened?
That's if the boat doesn't sink too.
You're like, it's a 93 boat.
It's a 93 boat, but also you got to think about if the engine falls off, there goes a lot of weight in the back.
You're like, not only did we lose the engine of the boat, but just to make things interesting, I stabbed a hole in the bottom of the
I
boat.
never put the plug in. Holds the nut. What are we gonna do now?
They're like, I think we lost things, and you're like, they're like, you're out first.
Yeah. No, if
Damn.
we could not get in touch with anybody, we'd be waiting for somebody to come by. Like, I mean, seriously, that's.
I'm not looking forward to this phone call. I'm like at work, and you're like, Kodie, what are you doing today? I'm
Well,
like,
if you
I'm
can
at work.
get in touch with somebody, you can do something. But if we're out in the middle of nowhere and we don't have phones or no, like our radio's down or some bullshit.
Is there like a secret thing on a boat where you can like hit a button or pull a pin or something, and it like alerts?
No, let me get that.
You sound like you're like ad-libbing for Takeoff or Quavo.
Yeah.
You're like,
they're using that in their next album for sure. But no, the way to do that in a boat is like Mayday, Mayday, Mayday on the radio. You know,
and they're gonna be able to track.
They ask for your location at that point.
Okay,
You're
and
like,
you
Mayday,
have
Mayday, Mayday. We're at North 92, whatever, West, whatever.
Oh, you have like a.
Yeah, you have your GPS on the
Okay,
thing.
cool.
So it's got your current position or whatever. So you'd say, I'm here, blah, 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 10, approximately 9.5 miles offshore or whatever.
Yeah.
And then from there, they would.
You're like, could be 900 feet, could be 9,000 miles.
No, dude.
I could be on the moon. I don't know.
I don't know.
We
I
went
can't
pretty
see
far
it.
out, dude.
It was a long
They're like,
drive.
okay, describe where you're at. There's a lot of water.
Water. Okay, you see anything else? Water.
Clouds. A lot of clouds.
Yeah, that's
Dude, that's
but yeah,
wild.
so that was that's sketchy. Now that he actually just got a new boat though, so
word.
that's good. It's the exact same boat, just newer,
Hell yeah.
but it's got a brand new engine on it, which is the main. That was the.
You're like, we
the
bought it
whole
for the
thing.
nuts so the engine stays on.
We just take the nuts out and put them on the old one.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, what are you going to do with that boat? He's like, well, we
Throwing
just
that
needed
shit
the
away.
nuts.
I'm throwing that shit away.
Yeah.
No, so he just got a new one, which is really exciting. So we'll actually be able to, like this year, we're actually gonna be able to cobia fish on his boat too, which is gonna be super cool. So, yeah, that's cobia season is like on the cusp. We're like,
Is that like the season?
dude? That's the shit. It's
Word.
my favorite thing in the world, dude.
Is it
It's
because
my
you like
favorite.
the fishing part or the eating of that fish?
All of it, dude.
All of it?
The fishing is a different style. Like most of the time, you're going. For most other fish, you're going somewhere to a spot. You're like anchoring up or staying on the spot and dropping down. Or like around here, we have a lot of kind of deep sea fishing type stuff. Cobia is you're literally running up and down the beach, like putting, pretty like real slow.
Yeah.
You're up in the tower, which is like up on the top of the boat, right? You got 4 people in the tower. Everybody's got their own section, and you're just looking for the cobia on top of the water. And then from there, you're casting
Right
to
at
the
it.
fish, and then hopefully it bites. And it's like, dude,
It seems
it's
like,
the most it's the best shit ever. Last year I caught my first like real cobia. I caught the biggest one we caught last year too, which was like awesome. Like the
I
coolest
think I
shit.
saw you post pictures with your buddy Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like big ass fish.
Did you see the video that I posted? Of
I'm
us
sure
actually
I
gaffing it of the big one that I caught,
I guess not.
bro.
I didn't know you had video on there.
Dude.
But I mean, I saw a lot of your fish pictures.
Yeah. It's like it's the most addicting fishing I've ever done in my life. And I'm so excited, dude. I'm so ready for it.
You're getting me excited to go fish, and like all I've ever fished for was like fucking catfish in a man-made pond.
Yeah.
So I'm like on grass.
Yeah.
I ain't in the water. I'm just on grass.
I had my time doing that too, man.
Yeah.
I grew up like catfishing and shit.
Or what is it called? Brim?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like fishing for brim and catfish.
Dude, we used to go catfish at the Moose Lodge right over there.
Oh, really?
Dude. They used to have like a kids catfish tournament.
Yeah.
And you'd catch however many and you come in and weigh them. And then whoever had the most could pick, like, you get like bikes and shit. They were giving away a 4-wheeler one year.
Oh, that's wild.
Dude, that's where I got my first bike from. Was the Moose Lodge.
Like you show up, you drop a bunch of fish in the pond.
Well, it's like a stocked pond, you know.
Yeah, but you like pre-stock it with a lot of fish.
Yeah,
you're like, what's that over there? And you start dumping your own fish, and then you get a big net, and you're like, oh, wild, guys.
That's crazy. But
dude, you want to hear how like, obviously I'm a dumb adult, but you want to hear how dumb I was as a kid? I thought the Catfish Cabin, because some of them, I don't know. Are you familiar with the Catfish Cabin? Mm-hmm. We used to have one on 9 Mile.
Is it a restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly how I took it. I was like, it's a restaurant? Because I thought you go to the Catfish Cabin because they had water in front of it. Like
you went and caught your own fish?
Yeah. I thought you went and fished at this place. And I was like, it's weird that it's next to a Target like this.
Was it where Cock of the Walk was? Right in front of Kohl's?
Yeah. Before Cock of the Walk.
Oh, wow.
If I remember that correctly. But even if it wasn't that location, there has been a Catfish Cabin that had water in front of it. And I was like, you go there, fish, catch the fish, and then you just take the fish home. I got there, and that's not how it is at all. But they have, like, Cock of the Walk, they have, like, fish actually in the thing. Mm-hmm. Another dumb kid thing. When I was living in Jacksonville with my dad,
yeah,
we lived like 2 hours from like a Publix, and the only stores that were even closer was Walmart, and it was an hour away. It was in Stark because we lived in Keystone, 30 or I guess 45 minutes or so, but still like an hour away.
Yeah,
we had some like local name place like Bailey's or something was our grocery store. So we go to Publix, and I'd never been into a store where they had like samples, and like that Publix was big on like you could try shit out, and we're like,
just try it out.
It's like Sample Sunday, yeah. Try it out. Sample Sunday, so we're like walking around, and like that's a way to like skip out on eating lunch.
Oh yeah, dude. Sam's Club Sundays with my dad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even eat that day.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't. Going to Sam's today? I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like raisins and almonds, but I'll eat this because that shit free.
That shit free, dog.
Well, we get to this one lady, and she's in front of all the milk. She has milk. Which I didn't first...
Sampling milk?
Dude, didn't think it was weird at the time.
You've had 2%. You've had 1%. But have you had 10%?
10% milk. I want 100% milk, man.
Yeah. Give me all of it.
I didn't know, like, the percentage is, like, the fat, right? Yeah. I thought it was like 2% milk. What is it?
What's the rest?
What are y'all cutting this with water?
Yeah, what's the rest of it?
Like,
that sounds like the worst drug move ever. Dude.
Yeah, it's like you're really sheltering us from.
Could you imagine if drug dealers were like,
"This is 2% cocaine."
Yeah, here's 2%. It's $3 a gram.
Yeah,
you're 98%. That's $80 a gram.
Yeah,
you're like
something don't add up here, man.
Yeah,
but like, so we get to the milk one, and I was like, milk, I'm gonna get some milk, Dad. And he's like, yeah, go ahead. I try the milk, and I'm like, this milk is fan-fucking-tastic, dude. Okay, I'm like, this is way too good. I look at my dad, and I'm like, bro, the milk we have at home is bad. I don't mean like it doesn't taste good. I mean like I think it has soured.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, no, dude, it's not sour milk, bro. And I'm like, taste this. He tastes the milk, and like he knows right away, right off rip, what's going on, and I don't. I'm like, oh, that's
chocolate milk.
No, it's vanilla flavored milk.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know this. I'm like, dude, we got fucking
We got some sour ass milk.
Yeah, we got swindled for some trash ass milk at the house.
Where you been buying milk, Dad?
Yeah, I was like, Publix, bro. We need to come here for the milk. And he's like, that's vanilla milk. And I'm like looking at it. It's white milk, dude. I'm like, no, dude, it's white milk.
There's no vanilla in here.
Yeah, bro. I don't know about that, but like the vanilla milk we have at the house, he's like, no. That's milk. This is flavored like vanilla. And I'm like, why do we get regular milk? That's how dumb I was as a kid. I'm like, this just isn't.
Darn.
Yeah.
So you had some news you wanted to tell me before the podcast, but you saved it for now?
About Kitty?
No.
I think that. No?
I thought it was something to do with. You said something really exciting or whatever. Was it with class?
No, I'm pretty sure it was Kitty's news.
Was it Kitty?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, our buddy Kitty, Josh Shelton, he just, like,
Probably.
dropped Moose screeching. Did you see that?
Yeah.
We watched it together, yeah. Did you see his merch that he was thinking about dropping? I want that shirt.
I literally commented on it. I said, dude, one of the best videos of our time.
Yeah.
I would buy the fuck out of that shirt.
Yeah, I want that shirt, too. So, if you're listening, Kitty, you definitely should make that shirt. Yeah. You got 2 buys right here.
And if any other listeners haven't followed...
Probably Josh Shelton.
Yeah.
And then he's got his actual product line is at Probably Analog.
Word.
So
yeah. He sounds like he's been wanting to do more video type stuff like that because he did it a long time ago, right?
Yeah, I mean he went to school for this shit at FSU. Yeah.
But I think the going and filming has kind of rekindled the flame of like doing the
because
comedy.
Like he's what do you call it? A PA? A PA on like TV shows. I'm not sure if we're allowed to. I don't know like his thing, but yeah, he's been on shows.
Yeah, not on them, but he's like
he's worked with shows like on big networks and shit. Like I'm sure some of you guys have seen some of the stuff.
We got some homies higher up and shit. What's up?
Yeah, so like he has his own twist on things and. I still think his greatest work of all time is Poop Balloon. Yeah. So if he decides to re-release that, it'll be a real treat for everybody. But he is set up now in his place. I think it's in his place. That's what it looked like. I'm going to just show you real quick so you can like immediately know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and this is the guy we call Kitty.
This is his garage now. What do you think he's about to do? I'm going to give you a hint. It's what we're doing.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's going to do his own shit?
Yep, he's going to do his own podcast now.
Dude. Fuck yeah.
And like our first podcast ever was us 3 at his place on his back porch. Now, that was like 2019, but this is in his garage, and he's starting his own podcast.
Fuck.
Yeah. I don't know when it's going to be up, but I told him he can use our mics because we don't use those.
Yeah. Dude.
I'm so excited for him.
Awesome.
He's got so many good stories that just have only been told to like me or you or one-off people, you know, like so much that can be talked about or needs to be said that it would just be interesting for everybody to hear.
Dude, that's so exciting. Fuck yeah, Kitty.
Yeah, dude. I'm so stoked for him to like have it. Like it already looks like him. Like that looks like his vibe, and
for sure. That's so cool, man.
I'm excited for it to be released. That was like the big news that I can think of.
Word. Oh yeah.
I mean, if there was other news, I
for sure forgot about.
Yeah, forgot about that shit.
Word. Well. You about ready to wrap this one up, dog?
Yeah, it's a little short banger this week.
Yeah.
I've been debating with certain people. Some people think that the episode should be like 30 to 45 minutes, which I don't think they'll ever be that short. Unless it's like...
I don't think we can sit in a room together and only spend 30 or 45 minutes.
Yeah. But we're like testing out different times and stuff, and we're also really time constrained this week.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we're both kind of running around and doing a lot of shit, so... But yeah, I'm glad we did this one for sure.
Tomorrow, which now when this comes out will be last Friday.
Yeah.
Because today is Thursday. Tomorrow's family day at our gym.
I thought Saturday was.
It's Friday, March 12th. So the moment of truth, what's going to happen. There's promotions, family roles. it's just going to be an overall cool day. So get to find out if I'm promoted at all, if I get a stripe, if I'm changing belt color. You know, I'm teaching there now, so he's watched me teach a few classes. So
some exciting shit, bro.
We'll get to see how that goes. So to my future Kodie, congratulations on whatever happened and however it happened.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I'm fucking stoked, but
fuck yeah, dude. That's so awesome.
You have anything coming
excited.
up?
No, man, just working, fucking hopefully fishing soon. We're getting all the shit ready for the boat.
Looks like a pretty day today. I know you're not fishing today, but
I know, dude. The past 2 days I've been like, man, I want to be out on the water right now. But Outcast just got their first order at Eels in, which is cobia candy. That's like what we fish for cobia with.
Okay, I was like, fish flavored candy?
No, eels, like live eels.
Yeah.
So they just got their first run in, which means like something's about to go down.
Uh-oh.
Like they're like, so the water temp is coming up, which is good. So hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more like stuff on the boat and shit like that. So excited about that.
You guys be on the lookout for Kitty's podcast. I will definitely throw it up on the page when it comes out. And then we'll be talking to you guys soon. This will come out next Monday or today when you're listening to this. But y'all have a beautiful week. We love you guys.
Thank you guys.
Yee!